What's up, everybody? All right, we're getting rolling here in a few minutes. I just want to get everybody involved a little bit and keep checking back and forth, so bear with me. All right. Nice. I'm glad to see you like some jams out there. That's good. So just wanted to thank everybody again for coming out tonight. I'm going to start a couple minutes, like I said. Throwdown Thursdays. We're going to have a fun little show tonight. We have a special guest later on down the line. The mayor of Vegas will be joining us for a little stint. Hope we enjoy that. But just a couple of reminders. This is for a little bit of a fundraiser tonight too. If anybody is able to, obviously we're doing a little shopping for setting up a little something with maybe Trader Joe's or something like that. We'll see what's going on. But we are going to raise a little dough. Eventbrite. Go to throwdownthursdays.eventbrite. Donate whatever you can. $1, $5, $10, whatever. Nothing's cool. Something's cool. Appreciate it. Also, Q loves you all. Check it out. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us. We have a YouTube channel. Go and check that out. We got some links in there. Putting the shows up on there. Also, Instagram is a lot of fun. So go. Q loves you all on Instagram. And check out everybody when they come on tonight. We got Mike Siegel joining us. Patrick Nance, Wendy Wilkins coming up, and then Jann Karam will be stopping by to do a little mayor aspect of the fun. So anyway, I'm going to say what's up. I'm going to check this out one more time online here and see what everybody's doing. All right. Oops, hi. Some old faces, some old school faces I haven't seen in a while. What's up? All right, it'll be fun. All right. Coming up at 8 o'clock. Okay. We are at 8 o'clock. Let's start going here shortly. Oop, Amber. All right, I think we're just gonna go with it here. Hey, Pat, he's over there. Let's see him. He's coming on live. Coming to you soon. All right, you guys, enjoy. We'll switch up views here in a second. Got a little view of everybody there. Let's unmute everybody. Everybody say hi to everybody.
Hello.
We're live, you guys all there?
Hi. Hi.
Oh, cute little doggy.
I beat you.
Is everybody cheering in your neighborhood like they are mine right now for the healthcare workers?
Oh yeah, I do hear it.
Yeah.
All day,
Clang, 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 clang.
The other day when that happened, I didn't know what was going on. I honestly, it was just like, is somebody having a party? Separate.
It's like the teenagers sure go crazy with their pot.
Like this social distancing is not working. People are having
Yes.
like, barbecues or something.
Are you guys on that Nextdoor app?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that's like your neighborhood app, and so like everybody's going nuts. What is going on? I don't know what's happening. It's like
In our neighborhood, it's like a Mexican man is stalking me. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, what are we going to do about the homeless? I live in Venice. I'm a jerk.
Q, what
Like-
part of town?
I'm in
Where
Santa
do I
Monica.
live?
Oh no, Q. I didn't know where he lived.
Yeah, I'm in Santa Monica. I'm actually right across from the hospital, so I was getting a lot of all day long. The other day was just nonstop, just horns honking, and it was really killer, right on Santa Monica and 20th.
That's where you get your pills, right?
Come on, man, we're live, bro.
Oh, sorry. Whoops.
DL,
mean to say that. Wait, we're live?
We're live, bro. We're live.
All right. So,
Where are you, Mike?
I'm in Santa Monica as well. I'm right by the Venice border. So not too far. So I do have like a homeless encampment right at the end of my block. No kidding. And it's huge. Interestingly enough, surrounding the Google offices.
oh yeah. Oh,
It's crazy. They've just set up a whole shanty town down there.
yeah.
And no face masks, let me just say.
Yeah.
I bet they're all giving each other corona. For
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
I know, but they seem fine. So, every time I take precautions, I was like, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything.
They're living life to the fullest.
They are
Yeah.
carrying it.
Them and those Venice skateboarders, man. They're gonna be the last ones on this earth.
Well, I thought when they dumped all the sand into the skate park, I just thought of like getting it out. What a hassle. You're not going to get all the sand out of there. It's going to be terrible for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Like, in Rose is pretty unbelievable. Like, a lot of people, and they are like, they've got a bike rack, they've got bathrooms. I'm like, I should do this. I mean, it's like, how much money I would save? Like, I love camping, you know what I mean? And it's like right near the weed place. I mean, like, I'd be drinking like great wines, like I live in a tent by the golf course, but fuck it, This
Yeah,
is
I could live in a van and sleep all day, but not in the same underwear.
Oh,
well,
I mean, that's where they lose me. That's where they lose me. It's like, yeah, that guy never sets an alarm, but nah. Yeah, still in the same underwear. Still,
yeah, but there's always depends.
I follow a few of them on Instagram just because it's very interesting. And I'm also writing a script about skaters. And like literally when it's laundry day, they do nothing but post all day about how they're cleaning their laundry. It just is like a huge event in their life that they get clean underwear and socks.
Wow.
On the lockdown, it's like, I've saved more money on laundry. I've lost money on gigs, but I've saved more money on laundry and
Gas.
deodorant. It's like
Yeah.
I'm about to put out. I'm like, I'm going to date myself. Remember the opening credits to Happy Days, and the Fonz would he would look in the mirror with his comb and just like, hey, now I do that with deodorant. Just like, yeah, why? Why?
I didn't need a pandemic for that.
Yeah. Who am I going to offend in this place?
Right. And I like the fact that, like, I've noticed this down in Santa Monica, especially, Mike, down by the ocean. Like, people are going through stop signs and red lights like nonstop now. Like, I've seen like 20 times.
Yeah, with no
I'm
traffic.
like,
They're really
oh,
bold.
yeah, who cares? We're going to get pulled over. Assholes.
I'm jaywalking like a madman. I got a mask on. They gotta look-
I'm running at
Whoa,
night.
whoa, that's bad. Bad boy.
I'm running at night on Sunset Boulevard at like 11, because if I don't, I won't sleep well. And so there's nobody there. So I end up, to avoid people, I end up jogging down Sunset Boulevard in the middle of it. And like, honestly, there are cops constantly because they're worried about street racers, but it's hardly anybody around. It's great.
It's like a neutron bomb went off. It really is. It's just like there's nobody there. And when somebody posted some drone video right down the like Sunset Strip with nobody on it, it's like it's unprecedented. I mean, they're never going to get footage like this ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
I had a friend on Facebook today posted she lives in Vegas. The strip, the Vegas Strip, with nobody on, just completely empty.
Yeah.
It looked so weird. It was
Not
really
one hooker.
There are
disgusting.
homeless guys though. They are home. They're squared away.
Oh,
And
yeah,
every
well,
once in a while, I catch one of them taking a shit. And
Oh,
We're
that's
gonna-
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna be here. We're gonna be from the mayor later on, aren't we? So
oh yeah.
yeah, we got the mayor of Vegas coming. We can drill her about that. You know.
That is sweet.
So
Homeless shit.
hey, Patrick, you got a little something you wanna dive in a little bit? You wanna take a few?
Do I want to
minutes
what?
and- You wanna dive in and take a few minutes and give me some comedy?
Yeah. I mean, this
I
is
mean,
like the
obviously-
softest opening. It's like, are you coming down off a Valium, dude? And you're like, yeah.
You
You
told you
wanna,
about the pills, bro. I told you about the pills.
I know.
Not
I'm
talking about
like,
the pills.
yeah, you want to kick this in, man?
Yeah, you want to give some comedy here today while we're
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Next
funny at
time,
all. No,
next time, do an upper, will you? When this starts. Cue.
I'm sorry, Andrew Donnelly couldn't make it.
You know what? I texted him. He's not feeling well, but let's. Oh wait, hold on. I'll tell you in a second.
Because I've told him this. I haven't seen him in a few years, but since I lived in LA like 20 years, and that's the one guy people mistake me for more than anyone.
Oh really?
More than
I
anyone.
can see that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and like in like especially if, the back of the comedy club, like someone's on stage and it's kind of dark and like, hey, oh no.
Yeah. Well, Mike, have you done? Once you've done a million commercials.
Yeah,
like that,
I'll
too.
see him like, and we read for the same stuff a lot, so I'll see him in,
Yeah.
like waiting rooms. And that's
Yeah.
probably where the last time I saw him. It's either in a comedy club or in a waiting room for an audition.
Well, I used to see him at commercial auditions, and I'd be like, "Why am I doing this? They're not going to give it to me. They're going to give it to him." It's
Yeah.
like, hey, I can't do it. I got 5 commercials this week. I'm like, how the hell do you even have 5? Like, that business is dead. They killed it. You know, they killed the unions, and he's still doing commercials. I mean, come
he got
on.
a house in Mammoth, I guess.
Yes, that is true. All right, Q, what are we doing? What's happening? This is like the most poorly run online comedy thing I've ever done today.
Well, that's what we're doing over here. Go for it, man.
Okay.
Have fun. Everybody needs
All
a laugh.
right. Well, who's that? Should I welcome everybody to our wonderful comedy extravaganza? The Throwdown Thursdays now online because we can't go outside. All I can do is wrap myself in toilet paper and pour, eucalyptus antiseptic alcohol on my body and, shoot Lysol in my nuts. Is that what you're saying? That's all I can do. That's it. I've got nothing. But I will say this, though. I want to tell you something that's very, very important. My test results actually came back negative.
Yay!
I don't have gout. I do not have gout. So, because I was eating a lot. I mean, I am eating a lot. I would have to say that at this point, I look like a before picture in a Weight Watchers ad. So that's kind of good, I guess. Good things are about to happen to me because I'm gonna get my shit together. Let's see.
Yes.
My kid is so over me. He's calling me by my first name and treating me like his divorced mom's boyfriend. I'm like, I'm your dad, dude. Call me dad. Oh my gosh. We got a new dog. You know what? People always like, just go to the pound. I'm like, I don't want to use dog with like, I don't know whether it was like, was on drugs or like had dog issues. And like a lot of dogs have issues because they live here. And if it's any representation of the people, I don't want a fucked up dog with like, that was an alcoholic for 5 years. Needless to say, it's okay. He's not alcoholic. And let me see what else. Oh, I've been watching Better Call Saul in Portuguese to because I am fucking bored. I feel like Paul Manafort on a good day. All I need is a chain around my ankle, and I'll know what that's like. I've been getting all my news from Diamond and Silk and the My Pillow guy. They're very good. They know their stuff. I'll give them that. So there's that. The thing is that a lot of us have been on Facebook like way too much, and let me fix this. Speaking of which, and you know what? I'm getting off Facebook, and it's boring, but like. My mom is on Facebook, and it's the worst thing in the world, especially when it's like I'm already feeling confined. So whenever I write something on Facebook that's like, the reason why we're in this is because of Trump, like this big diatribe, or I'm trying to be funny or something. My mom will always write in she'll write at the bottom, like, Uncle Al died. It's like, really? Why do you have to do that every time I have something to say? It's like, it's so and I tell her don't do that, and she does it anyways because she's senile. What else have I been doing? I've been listening to books on tape because I can't read because I can't concentrate. I just got done with Pee Wee Herman reads War and Peace, so that was good. That was long, but I guess the worst thing is like you go through this phase where you feel like you start to get those symptoms and you're like, oh my god. It's like first you're like wait a second, I have a cough. My throat is sore. oh my god, I have a headache. And then it's like then I know it's coming when I it was like, oh my god, I have a 4-hour erection. But then I'm like, okay, wait, that's something different. So gosh, I wish
what would Pee Wee Herman reading War and Peace sound like?
Well, when he gets to the point where the Russians come back, he's like, the Russians, like something like that.
I was waiting for it. It was like it would go something like this.
Like this.
Imagine, if you will.
It's like, I know what you are, but what am I? Yes. People are coming into this room and wondering why so much yelling. Yes, may I help you? What else have I done? My kid made a Ouija board, which I'm like, what the hell is that? He's like, I'm gonna figure out a way out of this mess. I'm like, with a Ouija board? Like, are you gonna ask, like Dr. The guy who Jonas Salk? Like, I don't think he's gonna tell you what to do, dude. So I told him they creep me out. I told him to get it out of the house. So he did, actually. It's the one thing he's listened to in like a year, I think. That's all I got. I mean, it's like I am all over the place. I have a couple more things I'll say later, but I want to keep this flowing, going, because you guys are really funny, and then we have some special surprises later. So, Q, yes. You're great, kid. Keep it up. Keep the silence up. You're doing great. All right. Who wants to go next? Wendy, are you ready? You ready, Wendy?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
All right. Well, without further ado, I'm going to pass the baton to the very funny and gifted, may I say, Wendy Wilkins. Wendy,
Oh, woo! You
First of all-
gifted. Wow. I don't think anybody's ever used the term with me, but that's good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
of course.
I've learned a lot in this quarantine. I've learned especially that my ex-husband was right. I don't need to use as much toilet paper as I do. That was one of his huge complaints when we were married, was that I used too much toilet paper. And you got limited supply. You got to really, use those resources sparingly. Yes, Mike.
Yeah, if you run out, can I recommend those stickers on the wall if you really get no pinch?
These are my set. This is what I've been doing in quarantine. I've broken down my whole act for an hour and a half, and I was supposed to go to upstate New York and headline a couple of shows, and that's what that is. So I prepared. I don't know what'll happen, but that's what that is. So thank you for saying that my jokes are shit.
I didn't know if you were writing a movie or
or planning
That's
a murder.
my act, buddy.
Oh,
That's my act.
I just
like
love
the guy that pissed you off, and I'm gonna get even with him, and then he shall die.
No. Nobody
As long
makes
as
it
I'm not on
into
that
my
wall, I
act.
feel comfortable.
Nobody makes it
getting-
into my stop. Why?
getting very beautiful mind. You're gonna have like string tat going in between.
I love how this has gone off the rails immediately. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, no one makes it into my act unless they're an asshole. And Mike, you're in the running. All right.
Wait, I should be up there. Thanks for nothing.
Anyways, yeah. So my ex, like the whole time we were married, the two things that pissed me off the most was that my use of toilet paper, him bitching about that, and then the fact that I wouldn't eat carrots. Like he fucking was so adamant about me eating carrots, and I don't like carrots. Like every meal we had that had carrots in it, he was always like had it on a fork, trying to shove it in my mouth. And then like so much so that like after we were divorced, we would go out to lunch because we're actually friends. And if the meal had carrots in it, he would still try to put it in there. And I'm like, legally, you can't ask me to eat carrots. It's in the goddamn divorce papers. But knock it off.
Who did you marry? My grandmother? No, I mean,
my divorce. I wrote my divorce papers, so I put it in there for sure. Speaking of toilet paper, who knew that toilet paper was the new Bitcoin? I mean, honestly, like I've seen some people do some dirty shit for money, but like not as dirty as watching a literal Russian lady punch a teenager in the nards for an 8-pack of Continental. I mean, that went down at Rouse in the early days, and it was not pretty. It was not pretty. But I feel like my divorce has been the last 3 years have been prep from my separation and divorce for this time now, because it was just like it was not a great time. I spent a lot of time in this apartment crying. I went from paying half my bills to all my bills, and so like this quarantine, this is nothing. This is like easy. I'm doing good, man. This is way better than then. So who's the big winner in all this like quarantine is no, not the big winner. The big loser in all this quarantine after it's over is going to be canned food drives. Because they were shit before. Like people were just put like, shit that the canned food they would never eat. But when everybody started to hoard, they just grab whatever. And so now people are going to clean out their cupboards after this is over. And they're going to be like, why did I think I could cook with hearts of palm? Get that fucking in the basket. Who gives a shit? No one needs that shit. But the big winner that is in all of this is spices. And specifically, it's that one spice that you bought after you watched a Food Network show and you saw a meal and you're like, I could cook that. And so you went out and got the ingredients, and then you got the one spice that you needed and you've never used it since. And so now you're going through and you're like, what can I make? What can I spice things up? And you're like, ooh, good day for cardamom. Let's see what I can do with cardamom. Who uses cardamom? No one does.
Here.
My spaghetti and meatballs now.
I should
What
have
about
opened that door.
turmeric?
I mean, I'm taking turmeric. Turmeric's actually really good for your immune system and pain. So I've been taking some turmeric pills. It's awesome.
All right. Who told
I've
you
had
that,
it-
Dr. Oz?
No, fuck no. No, I don't listen to that
There's been a run on garlic. Honestly, man, you can't get it. Like you go to the supermarket and I'm just like, I think people are cooking at home and finally realizing that garlic is in everything.
Yeah,
right.
everything,
Or makes everything better. That is.
Yeah.
And butter.
Garlic.
I wasn't so worried about toilet paper running out. I was more worried about butter running out. And I fucking love butter. Butter's like one of my favorite things. I fucking love butter. You're like, oh my God, if butter goes, I'm down. I'm like out for the count. There's no
Wendy, if you need any canned pumpkin, I can totally hook you up.
I did cook the first month, like I really was like super excited. I was cooking all my favorite foods and everything. And then I just hit a wall a week ago. And when I went to the store, I bought hamburger helper, Chef Boyardee, and frozen pizza. I was like, I'm done. I just need a break from I just need to have it be simple. It was so yummy, but bad. So I went back to
COVID doesn't kill you that shit well.
No. I once was eating a corn dog and this guy thought I was hitting on him. I was like, I'm not hitting on you. I was just eating a corn dog. Huh? You thought I was hitting on him. Like, anyways.
It's phallic. I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Corn dogs are like dicks. Get it?
I don't want to like.
Oh, you froze, Mike. What?
Oh, when you were talking about the carrots?
Yeah.
And then he's trying to shove it in your mouth. That's a very phallic vegetable to be shoving in your mouth. It's almost like an assault in a way.
Which is odd because he was not a guy who liked blowjobs. So that's why I'm divorced.
What?
So yeah, I'm a cocksmith and I married a guy who was not big on blowjobs.
That's like the odds of winning the lottery are better than that.
No, he was mismatched with me because I love him and
doesn't like.
He doesn't like.
I gotta know more. I gotta know more.
Only if it was on vacation. If we were on vacation, he liked them, but not at home. He just
on vacation. That is the vacation.
Was he too busy? Was he like, I don't have the time for no? Yeah.
I mean, he was generous with me in the downstairs. Like literally, he got really good at it over the 13 years. Like really good. But he just didn't enjoy me going to town on him, so I didn't.
Yeah, it's it's that thing in LA when you know somebody who like married like a gay guy and they're like, well, he went down on me. It's like he's gay. It's like there's no like.
My guy was not gay. I mean, he did everything else fine. He was just not that interested in it.
I mean, it's like I think sometimes it was like a bet a couple of gay guys had. Watch, I can marry a chick. I'll take 2 years, and then you'll pay me $1,000. Like,
I don't know how much more time I have, but I got more. I don't know how much time. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, okay. So I wasn't a big shopper before all of this pandemic, but with like all the stores closed, like clothing stores closed and malls and everything. I won't buy things online because I got bumps and I got to trade things on. Things don't fit. So I've now been taken to buying all my clothes at the drugstore. That's fun. Drugstore clothes can only be described as comfortable. Yeah. They're the kind of clothes you buy. Drugstore clothes, yeah. They're the kind of clothes you buy when the airline loses your luggage, It's like a Hawaiian t-shirt and sweats and fuzzy slippers. It's all $8.99,
And like something that says like Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, I bought a hoodie that said Hollywood on it because I was like, this is fucking great, man. It was awesome.
Then you gotta buy a beach towel and turn it into a skirt.
Yeah, it turned into sarong. Yeah, for sure. Oh, you're gonna love this one. Okay, so I've had lady part issues my whole life. At 25.
We guys love that, but we love that.
Yeah.
Woo!
This is why you love it because I since I was 25, I haven't been able to get pregnant. So that's actually good. But because of it, I went through early menopause. And so like you go through it early, whatever. And so I haven't had my period in 2 years and a week into quarantine, I got my period. It's as if my uterus was like, it's the National Guard. You're calling back up to, active duty. Like shit, we don't know who's going to be left over after this, Wendy, but you're coming back into service. It's like, I'm the new Sarah Connor. I'm like, I got to birth the new generation. I got to help. So it's not fun. I do hear that the immunity I just started reading O blood type has is more likely to have the immunity for COVID-19 than other blood types. Have you guys heard that? So remember, I was like, I could have told you long ago that I had the immunity for COVID because I've been for the last 2 years microdosing COVID-19 off random dick. So I am I'm gonna survive the apocalypse. I'm gonna survive the apocalypse because of all the door guys I've blown in the alleyway behind the Improv in the 90s. You know, it's just like that's how you did it back then for stage time. Not now, but then that's how you did it.
Okay, wait a second. How does that blow blood type and blow jobs? Is that okay? It's a lot going on.
Yes, there is. You know what? One of the symptoms is pink eye. And I had pink eye back in November, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if I had like an early version of COVID-19. And I was like, no. I got
COVID-18. It hadn't figured itself out.
No, I think it was more like I had rubbed my eye after sticking my finger up some guy's bum. That's how I got pink eye. Yeah, that's because that's when I joined Tinder. So it's like, yeah.
Now I know why you're gonna murder so many people on your wall, because it's like, you know, fingers up asses and weird blowjobs. It's like, you know, I hope my mom is watching this. I'm so proud of you. Who is that girl? Who is that girl with a dirty mouth? Just somebody.
Our mother's on here, yes.
Yeah, my mom will be like, oh.
I hope there's a shit ton of moms on here. I love it. Yeah. But if I know Pat's not single. I don't know if Q or Mike, you guys are single, but if the first hookup you have after this, if their apartment is pristine, fucking turn around and go. Cause like they had all the time in the world to get clean. And if they didn't, there's trouble. It's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. Let's fucking leave, man.
I don't know. It's like, I try to do stuff and it's like, maybe I should just look at the internet for another 2 hours. I mean, it's like, no one's doing anything. It's like, I don't know. Anybody's like, I'm getting shit done thinking about being here for another 6 months as my life twirls down the drain. Emotionally, monetarily, and physically.
Well, I haven't been completely confined. I have broken quarantine twice. One guy came over and it was supposed to be a hookup, and then he spent the whole time talking to me, and I was just like, I did not order the husband experience. I would still be married if that was fucking the case. If you're not going to throw it in me, get the fuck out. So like, you know, I made him go.
Wait, he was coming over with no action?
Yes, he built it up like, do you have condom? All this is a regular guy I have. And then he didn't do anything but talk to me. And I'm like, get the fuck out. I don't need you.
This is a regular. It's okay.
I wish Dr. Phil was to be like, Wendy, you gotta get on with this. If that guy comes over, you make him take the blowjob. It's like
he wasted potential exposure.
Yeah.
For like, he could have had a conversation online like this.
Yes, exactly. To have a chat.
That's so wrong.
So wrong. I'm like, why? He's just the closest to me, and I thought, oh, during quarantine this will be great. It'll just, you know, whatever. No. Fuck, it's been horrible.
Maybe he saw your Sean Cassidy poster in your bedroom behind you.
There's no Sean Cassidy. No, I did love. I have all his albums. I don't know.
I knew the one. You think I don't know you?
I still have not met him. He's a TV producer, and I want to meet him so badly. You met him?
I met him. Yeah.
Oh.
I had an audition for him.
Oh my god!
And,
oh my god!
I didn't get it, so I go into the room, and you know, he's produced. Like fantasy shows, kind of like
American Horror Story show. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Not American Horror Story. He made his own like American. It was American something.
Yeah, it was almost like Hercules type stuff. I mean, he's done too, but.
Well, do you remember when he played the retarded guy in that movie? Where like it was like
like a movie of the week, right?
Yeah, like where two Down syndrome people wanted to get married.
Oh, and yes!
It was like the Ben Stiller thing, like, don't go full retarded, because it was so awful. Like, oh my God, this is like the most disturbing, like terrible, like caricature of a Down syndrome person I may have ever seen.
Oh God.
And the fact that he still works in Hollywood is remarkable.
Well, he's a pretty successful producer. And I went in there and it was like him and his producing partner. And I knew I wasn't going to get it. But then I'm walking out and then I go, you know, just so you know, whatever happens here, My sister's gonna freak out when I tell her I met you.
Did he crack a smile?
Yeah, he laughed. He was like, I get it. I was like, yeah, it's gonna happen. And she did.
And then he's
For
like,
sure.
have him take it up a lot immediately.
Yeah. I had to hear that damn album right through the bedroom wall from my sister's room.
Yeah, I wore it out, man. I
That's
had a pink silk jacket because he had a silk jacket. Oh my god, it was
Did
great.
you run?
Oh, I used to roller
Oh,
skate in
God.
that thing. Oh my god, it was awesome.
Oh my God. That was like putting a nail into your forehead. Horrible. Not good. Well, Wendy, is this good enough? Is this enough therapy for you?
It's fine.
When do the jokes start?
Oh,
Let's see. Blow jobs, fingers up asses. Let's see. Eating like shit.
period.
Oh yes, I can't. My womb is a desert. It's like
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Good
it, guys.
I'm still wrapping my brain around the husband that doesn't like blowjobs.
Well, he's my ex.
Yeah,
So that tells you a lot right there.
trying to get
right?
the reasoning there. It's like, nah, I'm good. I gotta finish this show.
oh man.
I'll get it. Oh.
Well, Wendy, that was very entertaining, and I think we learned a lot about ourselves as much as we learned about you. And I think what I know is like I will, avoid you in person because I don't want to end up on the wall. Q, on the other hand, I think would, he would be on that wall. He wouldn't mind it. So that was great. That was really funny, and I guess we should mosey on. Since we have someone to mosey to, and that would be a guy who should be like walking either through the North Pole or Patagonia or like fighting like a Burmese mountain lion. But no, he's here and he's been everywhere. It's like Mike, you must have been everywhere in the world and now you're here.
It's I think this is I got back January 25th. And it's the longest stretch. I think I've been, 3 months now? Yeah. To not go anywhere, it's the longest stretch I've been in town in my apartment.
And how many frequent flyer miles do you have?
I got a lot, and I was supposed to be in Japan this week. So staying home
me
for that
too.
one was probably a good idea. Probably a good idea to not go there.
I was supposed to be at Benihana, but they canceled. So close.
I know it's pretty weird. Like everybody's asking me, like, where do you think is going to be the first place you go when all this is done? And just like, it's going to be down the block to get go to a bar and sit there and eat a meal or whatever, like a human being again. That'll be my first one.
Yeah.
And my first hug is going to be really long and really awkward. Whoever it is.
With a homeless guy.
Yeah. And there might be a boner involved. So, Mom, I apologize already. It's going to be, my mom's in Florida.
Goes back to the boners.
She's like 84. She's 84. She'll be 85 this year. And
wow.
Yeah. And it's just like, I still have to call her on her landline, just because she doesn't, we got her a phone and then she doesn't turn it on and like a cell phone and it's just, we call it her like $500 solitaire machine. I say, that thing makes calls, Ma, yeah, no, but she's leaving anyway. She's just doing stupid things. Like, she can't go bowling. So she'll just go to the CVS and buy Wendy's clothes. But so then I'll call her up and also what's killing her now, she's a big hockey fan.
Oh.
And she, in her 80s, she became this hockey fan down in Florida. She's a big Tampa Bay Lightning fan. So I'll usually call her at night during the games. And I called her, and she watches football too. So I'll call her during Monday Night Football. And I'll say, Mom, you watching the game? And she'll go, oh, is that on now? I'll go, yeah, turn it on. And then the last time I did, I heard like a beep and then hung up. She hung up on me. And I call her back and she's cracking up. And I go, And she goes, oh my God, I can't, what she did was basically, she goes, oh, what channel is that? And pointed the phone at the TV like a remote. And yeah. And hung up on me. And that's when she's like, I knew she was losing it. And I said, I'm just glad you don't have a gun on the side of your bed. What channel is that? She went full Elvis on the TV. But have you been to the bike path at all? Like since they like trying to put sand on?
Oh yeah. That's my regular like workout when I'm, when I'm not lazy. But it's, they're kicking people out of there. But I just don't want to like run into a cloud of COVID or something. You know what I mean?
I know. I was like passing these guys and they were going really slow. And you know how you like blow past them, you're supposed to say on your left. And I actually like, as soon as I opened my mouth, like something got caught in my throat. And I just went, and they like swerved over. And now I'm like thinking like they think that's how I pass people. Like, like this asshole. It's like, no, I wanted to like double back and go, no, seriously, I had a thing. It's just like,
well, I had a lady in the alley today who's like, I'm coming into our garage and like, she's like backing away from me. I'm like, I'm in a car, you asshole. It's like, that it's not going to get you. Like, okay, social distancing is like just insane. Oh my gosh, somebody just appeared in our world here. That may be our special guest.
That's all right.
All right, Mike, keep going.
Oh no, just like I've been cooking a lot more, and I started watching shows just to get ideas, and it always comes down, no matter how simple they try to make it, it either comes down to the one ingredient that I like 3/4 of the way through, and they'll say like, oh, and then this is where you add your like Himalayan, marigold pepper, and you're like, what? My what? Just yeah. Oh, if you don't use this exact thing, it ruins the whole dish. You're like, you son of a! I have Tabasco. Will that work? Will that anything? Nope.
No.
Or is this what? 5-armed Russian egg separator, and you're like, you what? My what? I have a spoon. Will that work? But that's where I'm at. Like,
That's good. I substituted some wrong oil for a salad dressing I made the other day. I'm like, what's the worst it could be? It was terrible. And so yeah. So there's that.
Well, I was in Romania 2 years ago. I was in Bucharest, and there's a Pizza Hut. In the Pizza Huts in Romania had like pizza, hamburgers, barbecued ribs, and tacos. They did. And I was like, hey, who wants America for lunch?
You would think Dracula would be a little bit more refined.
The things missing on that menu are donuts and a gun. I want to hear from the mayor. How's the mayor? I want to hear from the mayor. Is she here?
The mayor is here. All right, well, Mike, great. Good to see you. Thank you for doing this because that was funny.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I don't have more. You guys sound like you're actually writing. I haven't been doing any of that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I have never been able to get less done in my life. It's like, it's like it took me like 5 hours to motivate for a shower. It's, like it just ain't happening. You know what I mean? It's like I'll work out on Thursday and it's just crazy. Anyways, we have a special. Huh?
I've digitized photo albums, like doing all that stuff.
That's great. Well, I keep seeing this, our special guest. Wendy, turn that around.
What's this? Hold on, Wendy. One
Oh,
second.
wait, there's our special guest.
Where's the light?
Wendy, what did that say? Oh, did I
Me?
unmute?
What did
Yes.
it say?
It keeps muting me.
That was
Like
my fault. I meant to hit Jan and I hit you.
yeah, it's like I was trying to laugh for Mike, but like you kept muting me. I was just like, I guess I didn't do that great on my set, and they don't
Well,
like me,
Wendy,
so they gotta shut me up.
Calm down. Q's only been doing this for about 2 years.
Oh my God.
He's a hell of a director.
It's all the wine and the pills, all the pills,
It's the pills and the Chardonnay. Where are you getting this unlimited amount of Chardonnay? You're like risking your life to get like to get like North Fog Chardonnay or something? Like what?
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
like mud fog or something. Sauvignon.
Yeah,
It's New Zealand. It's New Zealand. I just love New Zealand sauce, so it doesn't really matter. It could be
New
anything.
Zealand.
Oh, I love Sauvignon Blancs.
Yeah,
I love that.
You know what? I happen to be I'm a sommelier, if you didn't know that, and I drink wine.
What?
Yeah.
Well, Q? Are we ready for our special guest?
I think so. I think you should give. Let's.
That's Trader Joe's stuff.
I thought you didn't drink.
Hold on.
I drink. I just don't drink a lot.
Well, I've offered you like drinks 1,000 times, and you're like one of those people like, I have a meeting after this. Like,
No,
like,
I won't drink before I perform. I will have one drink after. If I more than that, I get sleepy, and then I end up falling asleep, and I don't want to drive home.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, it's like I want to know where's the connection between the dumpsters, the blowjobs, the fingers up butts, or like where's the glass of wine in between them?
Hey, I get drunk here. I get drunk here a lot because I don't have to go anywhere. So.
Well, Mike, what are you gonna say?
I was like, that's where she draws the line. It's like a second glass of wine is where. What I won't do that. Everything else.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything else is on.
I will hang from a chandelier naked, and you can paint me with dog food, and then have cats lick my you know what. But I don't do 2 glasses of wine. I've got standards.
I get sleepy.
Right. Well, oh wait,
I think
our neighbor just left. I can hear about like he's been going in and out all night of the garage. So
is that the 4th or 5th trip?
we've been
Is that the
chasing
4th or
him
5th
at
trip
night
this
to
month?
see where he goes. He goes and
4th or
gets
5th?
fast food.
4th or 5th trip.
So are you guys ready for our special guest?
Yes.
I can't believe we pulled this off.
Live
I
from Las
actually
Vegas. Live from Las Vegas.
Q is from Las Vegas, and he actually knows the mayor of Las Vegas. And after her big crazy interview yesterday, they got a lot of publicity. We thought, why not have her on our show? Because she probably likes Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc in excess, I would think. But please welcome the mayor of Las Vegas, Carolyn Goodman. Sorry, Mayor.
Hey.
Yay!
Oh, hi, Q. I listen, hold on. I was just cutting my wig. I'm finishing my wig here, but it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Oh, your wig looks great. Right.
Oh, thank you. There we go. A little bit of how's everyone? Oh, I'm so famous now. I can't believe I'm so famous. And can you believe
You are.
I don't know. And Anderson, he's cute. He's, I know he's gay. I don't mean he's cute. He's cute in all ways, but I don't understand. Why can't we have people die? What's the big deal?
Well, I think when you die, it's supposed to be like in a real scenario, not because you entered an area that is prone to have a disease, a virus that kills people pretty much 10% of the time.
That's funny. You're cute. You're cute too. What's your friend's name, Q? What's his name? He's cute. He's adorable. I grew up with your mother. Go ahead, Q.
It's Mike.
River. Used to wash our clothes by beating rocks on them. But that was back in the 1840s.
Right. So when did you become mayor?
I've lived through a lot. I swam in sewer in the Hudson River. I mean, I've been through it. Please, a little chloroquine and it's gone. Some sanitizer and we're good.
So are you gonna be gambling?
I don't gamble. I haven't gambled since before I went to prison. But listen, I'm busy. I'm making dinner for my family. I make dinner every night. Every night we make dinner for my children, for my husband. We all like the same thing.
What are you planning?
Even Martini.
I see that. When are you gonna?
Until you break it, baby.
When are you gonna reopen Las Vegas?
Listen, my 3-year-old, that's his favorite. That's his Tommy Tippy cup. He likes martinis, extra olives, and I always take a little sip myself. Go
Looks
ahead.
like you've had a few sips already.
Q, who's your friend? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, so if you plan on opening up the casinos in Las Vegas, what about all the dance clubs and the strip clubs? Isn't that people getting a little bit too close?
Listen, the men I know have 6-foot poles. You know what I mean? I didn't finish putting on my lipstick. Hold on a second.
So you're saying that it's because of the penis size, there'll be
Penis size
social
is
distancing.
6 feet.
Okay.
Now, I think that's, Anderson was asking me yesterday, do I have a plan? I don't have a plan. Like I said, I'm making dinner for my family, and I don't have a plan. I'm not a Mayor Garcetti. I mean, he might have plans. It's just my plan to put the casinos back to work because they care about their employees. They care. They have good hearts and they care.
Right.
Question, I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit silly and I've had a lot to drink.
Yeah. I can see that. That's wonderful.
That's the only way to be a mayor in Vegas, and I care about my constituents. And my
aren't you concerned that with all the people flying in from all over the world?
My mouth about flying in.
Because they'll be flying in and spreading COVID-19 all over the world again.
Now that's up to the people that fly in. If you have COVID-19, why would you take a trip? Wouldn't you be responsible as a citizen? That's your citizen rights to be responsible as a citizen. And why are you don't make any sense. Where did you get this person, Q? I don't understand. I know your mother. I knew your grandfather. I knew your grandparents. I knew their grandparents. I've been around since the 1620s.
Well, your hairdo has for sure.
Was that sarcastic?
No, not at all. Not at all. It was literal.
Has a question. Maybe one of your. What is this? A town hall meeting?
Yes, this is a town hall meeting.
All right. Okay.
So anybody can ask a question.
I like the celebrity. I'm telling you, I might have to go gambling after this.
Mike?
Mayor of Las Vegas, should I take a hit on 16 if the dealer has 10?
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say? That you're making stories up now.
Should I hit on 16?
Are you? Well, we do allow prostitution in Las Vegas, but I don't aspire to underage. So don't, that's something that I do not aspire to.
Okay.
Speaking of prostitution, when you do reopen, will you enforce a protective gear clause for the prostitutes and their johns? Will they both have to be wearing things?
It's not up to me. I don't know. That's not my job. It's up to the madams. It's up to the brothels. It's up to the johns. It's up to the people to uncontaminate themselves. I don't know. That's not my job as mayor. My job is I'm not sure what my jop is. What do I do with that wine glass? So
I was going to say you're switching to wine.
Well, we have the martini for hors d'oeuvres. I don't know if you've heard of hors d'oeuvres, but I come from a very high-end family, and then we have some wine.
What's your favorite thing to get at the buffet?
Well, now I like the spare ribs. I really like them. They get on your face. I like it because I get it for free. Anyway, ask me questions. We need to open our city up now.
Aren't you concerned with the fact that multitudes and thousands could either die or be physically impaired for years to come, and the economy?
There's so many physically impaired people now. What kind of a question are you? Why are you making up drama? You really exaggerate, Anderson. Anderson?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Is that you?
I'm more
what do you do to help people? What have you done? Are you putting them back to work? Are you putting them in harm's way? What are you doing?
I'm staying inside, like they're saying to do.
Well, that's a fun. We only have 150 dead people.
That's it? What's your limit of dead people?
I think that we're under our limit.
Oh, so, okay, no, what is your limit? Well, how many dead people, and then you'll think, maybe we should do this social
I
distancing?
think we should open up now. We've already proven ourselves to be invincible. And I think we should open up. The people want to work. They have children. They're all out of vodka. I can't keep giving them my vodka. They come over for potluck, but nobody brings pot or luck.
Do people tell you see more Reno than Vegas?
Thank you. Why? Well, I think it's actually, I was born on the Upper East Side.
Really?
Yes, and I know Anderson Cooper's mother. And
Gloria Vanderbilt.
Yes,
She's dead.
Pardon?
She's dead.
Oh, that's sad. Isn't that sad? That's very sad.
I'd like to ask, I want to ask the mayor if she's old enough to remember COVID's 5 and 6.
I'm so glad you brought that up. We got through COVID 5, we got through 6, we got through 7, and now it's what? What is it?
19.
19, exactly. And we were fine with all the other COVIDs. So I think we're going to get through this one. And that's why I'm glad you brought me on the show, because I know that Q is from Las Vegas, and we need to get the word out to the governor. We need to let the people know. I get phone calls every day. I don't answer, but I do get the calls, and I let it go to voicemail. I haven't heard what they're saying, but I think from the sign that somebody wrote, "Open this fucking town." And Anderson, I don't like to curse.
Well, my only question is that if you open Las Vegas back up, you have the intimacy of the clubs, the casinos, the prostitution, the strip clubs.
Why are you keep talking about prostitution? Are you some sort of a horn dog because you haven't talked about the waiters or the waitresses or the food and beverage people? You haven't talked about the owners of the casinos, the maintenance people. You just keep talking about the prostitutes. I think you're perfect.
Well, I think that's an actual question. I mean, would you be willing to put yourself in their harm's way as you are asking them to do?
Absolutely not. Of course not. I have children. I have drinks to make. I'm at home. I stay home. I'm busy.
And after that, do you have any? You've inspired Mike, by the way. Do you have any aspirations of any other government positions after being mayor?
I would like to be the head of HUD.
The head of HUD? You mean like Ben Carson? You'd like to take his place?
Like Ben Carson's job.
Who are you looking to follow in Donald Trump's footsteps?
No, why are you suggesting that I should run for office of the for president of the United? Are you suggesting? I mean, this job is hard enough. I'm answering calls. I'm listening to the bookies. I'm getting, they're taking away all my, what do you call it? The things they
Pills?
give you, the bonuses.
Pills, yeah.
Pills, bonuses. I have a lot of casino people very, very concerned about their employees and their money.
Yeah, I think they're concerned about their money, not their employees.
Yeah.
Well, don't you start with me.
All right. Right.
I will snip, snip, snip.
Let's see you cut off a lock of your hair.
Okay. Do you have any more questions? Because I really need to make a new wig for tomorrow's interview. I will be on. What am I going to be on that's funny?
BET.
I thought you were going to be on BET in the morning.
I was going to go with Jerry Springer.
Yeah. Well, we really appreciate you being here, Mayor Goodman.
A lot of people, if I could, while you're in, until I can get you out, because it's like a prison. I want you to know you don't need a martini shaker. You use a mason jar and you get a strainer. You're from your grandmother, the one she had in the 1700s. You get your glass. This is frosty glass.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see, but you take your strainer, you put it here. You don't need all that fancy bartender stuff, and you pour it in.
Wow.
And
Nice.
then you drink it.
Wow.
Take
Wow.
that, sommelier. Take that.
Right.
sommelier.
I stand corrected. Oh, you look great with balls in your mouth. Oh, and there's the, well, we really appreciate it, Mayor, that you stopped by and said hello.
No words, none of the words into my mouth, from your mouth to God's ears, from my mouth to my husband's penis.
All right, yes,
Yay!
yes. Mayor,
Thanks so much.
Mayor Goodman, everybody, is Las Vegas Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you so much for coming by, Mayor.
You,
Yeah, come on.
And thank you guys for a really great evening. I appreciate you all, and I think we got a lot done here tonight. I don't know what, but something you said that meant something. Somebody will go out and take this and run with it. Maybe it's Wendy's wall or Mike's non-travels or the mayor being disgusting. And I want to give it up for Q, our guy in the corner.
Thank you.
The creepy guy in the corner that just like
You're muted, Jan.
planning for the future. As you
I
can
know.
see behind
Okay,
him.
thank you.
Future, right? He's got a
Sorry,
thing
I
that says
missed all
future
your guys' set. I was getting ready.
for the future. Well, you guys are all great. I appreciate you all, and I hope we get to do this again soon, sometime.
Thank
Thank you, Pat and Q. You guys are awesome. Thanks,
Thank you,
and
Mike.
Jan.
Good job,
Love
Wendy,
sharing stage with
Mayor.
Thank you.
Yay.
Hope to see you in
Godspeed,
person.
everybody.
Thank
Does
you.
anybody have any last words?
Anybody last words?
I just can't wait to hug you all and see you in person and see your faces and squish you.
I would
That
like
was
to read you
great.
your last rites. No.
No.
And by the way, this really was vodka. So woohoo! Party.
I'm not surprised. Wow, that was a curveball that I didn't see coming.
Awesome.
You told me you were at Smart and Final. I know why.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I had to get my
Mike,
props.
Parting words for us?
No, everybody, I can't wait to see y'all in person, hopefully soon, one day, and then we can have a real show with an actual crowd.
Yes.
Here. That
Yes,
would be
How many
we
nice.
will.
people do we have watching, Q? Or you're going to let us know? And where can people watch this if they want to watch it?
It's always on Facebook, /Q Loves You All. It records every
That
time we go
page,
live.
the page with.
Yep. It's there.
Okay.
It's under live videos. Everybody can watch it, and we
Is
appreciate
it
everybody
gonna
coming
be
out.
there? Is it there now or?
It'll be there right when we stop. It's already on the videos. It'll be under videos.
Yeah, because
live.
he's done editing his snuff film, so he's putting all his energy into this.
That's funny.
But no, I appreciate you guys greatly, everybody, for coming out. This has been fun, and we'll keep this going. Try to do this every Thursday and till everything goes live. Like you said, Mike, I mean, so
Yeah.
much better in person, but I mean, this is fun too. It keeps my mind, and I really appreciate it. It's nice being a creepy guy in the corner. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Hey, my friend Robin wants to do it sometime. Said she had 3 minutes she was going to work on. So anytime you want.
Robin's classic.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, I forgot to
When
bring
you
out the beer.
Wait, and a beer? Man, you've got it all there,
Beer
lady.
wine.
God, you are channeling Madonna, early 80s.
I know.
love it.
That's-
Oh, I tried to get the hair and I had a wig, but I threw it out and it's in my purging. So
With
I
the
wasn't-
slip and the necklace
Oh,
and everything, yeah, and the
now,
lipstick,
right.
yeah.
this is what she sort of wore anyway. Okay, you guys, it was fun. Thank you.
All right, guys, really fun. Have a great, stay healthy, stay clean, wash the hands.
Yay.
We'll all
Thank
see you very soon.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
love
you
you
for
guys.
Joining us. Thanks, everybody. Have a great
Bye,
night.
guys.
Bye.
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 Bye, guys.